So someone will call me and say, look, I think my spouse is cheating. And I'm like, okay, first of all, are there any changes in the behavior? So I kind of want to know if their routines have changed, and we talk about that. So it's, do they disappear after work? Do they disappear on Saturdays or Sundays? And try to narrow down when we should be watching them. And then just kind of see where they do, get video, get pictures, that sort of a thing.
If you had to put a number on it, like what percentage of the time is the person's suspicions correct?
Probably 95. Because we have gut instincts. We know when something doesn't add up.
What do they usually say to you when they call about like infidelity?
They usually feel crazy, which breaks my heart because, again, I've been there. They feel crazy. They'll say something isn't right. His behavior's changing. It just doesn't feel right. I just want to know what he's up to or what she's up to when I'm at work or when I'm out of town.
How does it get this far for people? Like, how does it get that far that you're hiring a private investigator?
God, lack of communication in a relationship. Because if I think my man is cheating, I'm gonna be like, where were you? I'm not gonna hire I mean, I could easily, I could send one text and have his ass swallowed. But it's communication. And I honestly, I don't understand how it gets so bad to where you have to hire a private investigator. There has to be a lack of communication, lack of respect.
Worst case of cheating you've ever found?
I worst ones are when I can prove over and over. So sometimes it's not the person in the relationship hiring me, it's family members. Many times I've had family members hire me. And I could say, yeah, there's definitely infidelity. And the people stay. You know, the aunt or uncle or mom or dad, whoever hires me, can go to the person and say, look, you're being cheated on. And they're like, well, I don't believe it, or he said they were just friends, or she said this, and they stay. Those are the worst to me, that they just won't believe it.
But when you do investigations, like, are people usually that kind of blatant about it? Like, when you catch somebody doing whatever, it's like, this was very obvious.
Yeah, I had one, a girlfriend called me. It's like, I think my boyfriend's cheating. He goes to Sac State. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got a backpack. I went to Sac State and, hung out, and I got all kinds of footage of him with a girl. Let her know, hey, this is what's going on. It's just, well, I need more. Like, it's your money. Like, if I don't think it's necessary, but okay. And then, she was like, you have to be really careful because he's really paranoid and he watches everybody and he's really observant. Like, everyone thinks that, but okay. And so this really observant guy, we caught him dancing with his non-girlfriend, female friend, in a parking lot outside of like a Panera.
What's usually their reaction when you present them with the evidence?
That's part where I've had to learn to, business is business and I can't have emotions in it. And so it's, he met this girl at this time, he kissed this girl at this time, she did this. One time I had a woman hire me, wanted to watch, her husband was visiting California. And so she said, hey, can you watch him while, they lived in some other state. He was here at business, pleasure, forget what it was. She said, hey, can you make sure, he's not, bringing a girl home with him from the bar? Because he's going to go to the bar. Followed him to the bar, hung out with him at the bar. He ended up buying shots for everybody. And then I was like, this is great. He's not talking to any females. Sat there, a little bit longer, started watching and went, oh, wait a minute. This is not women. He was going like massaging guys, and I was like, oh, friendly. And then it just got weirder and weirder. And I was like, oh, shit. He's not cheating with women.
Do you ever have repeat clients? Like, oh, gosh, Stacy's calling me again. She's got another guy that's like this.
I had one. He hired me off and on for 2 years.
The same person?
Yeah. So he was married. His mistress was also married. And it was crazy for 2 years. So he'd be like, hey, can you see where she's going on her lunch break? Probably home to her husband.
Yeah, why would
But
he be worried
yes,
about his mistress who was also married cheating on him?
because he was going to leave his wife and she was supposed to leave her husband so they could be together. And then I ended up, so he did file for divorce. I served the wife. Like, it was just insane. I don't know that the mistress ever left her husband to be with him. I doubt it.
Do you ever do dating background checks? Like, hey, I'm thinking about dating this guy or this girl.
During COVID, I made a good amount of money because everyone was online dating. You couldn't go out and meet anyone. So I was doing background checks. And one time, someone contacted me and said, hey, it's not for me. My friend is planning on getting in her car and driving 2 hours to go meet this guy. Can you do a background check for me, for my friend? Absolutely. There were so many like domestic violence and drug charges. I was like the most I'd ever seen. And so I sent it to the friend. I was like, stop your friend. She cannot get in the car and drive 2 hours to go meet this guy. So she didn't, luckily.
What's your most interesting case?
Either the one that went on for 2 years, where the married man and his married mistress, and it got so much weirder than that. Like, I, I think, oh, okay, wait, I got a better one. Okay, that one was bizarre. I had to report one client. I had to fire him as my client and report him to the police department because I was in vet. He wanted like a welfare check done on his mom. He said my mom lives at this address, and I haven't heard from her in a while. And I'm like, okay, sure. And I ran a report, and I called him. I said, hey, it shows your mom deceased. He's like, well, but she's not really because I have this metal box that she communicates with me through. And I was like, ooh,
Oh.
mental health. And he's like, and I drive by that house every day. And, I've knocked on the door and I look at the cars and I take pictures of the cars. Basically, he's stalking this house. So I had to say, I can't do this. You're going to have to find someone else. And I went to the police department and said, look, this guy has mental health issues and he is stalking this house. And then with infidelity, some people are just certain their spouse is cheating. And if you say no, I had one where she said, I know he's cheating. I saw he's going to this hotel at this time. So I had an investigator go out, sat there at the hotel. The dude walked into the hotel room by himself with a bag of to-go food in his work bag. He wanted to get away from his wife. He just wanted peace and quiet. And so I told her, I was like, hey, good news. He's not cheating. He just needed alone time. She's like, no, you missed it. I was like, no, there's one door in and out of the hotel room. Nobody came and went. And she was mad.
So he was just in there in the hotel room, like just eating what he wanted, doing what he wanted?
Yes. Yeah, and I thought she would be happy, and she was mad.